Okay, fine. So I think we are discussing about the preparation of the alcohols. Okay, preparation last method of preparation was in fact by from alkenes. Okay, acid catalyzed hydration of alkenes. We also discussed the mechanism. Okay, so there are actually two methods for the preparation of alcohols from alkenes. Okay, one involves the addition of water in presence of an acid, which we have discussed. And in that particular process, what we came to know is water molecule is added in accordance to which rule? Which rule is followed in that process? In acid catalyzed hydration, water molecule is added in accordance to Marconi-Curve's rule. Okay. So from alkenes only, we have a second reaction which is known as a hydroboration, which is known as a hydroboration. Okay, it's known as a hydroboration. It's known as a hydroboration, oxidation reaction. It's known as a hydroboration, oxidation reaction. Okay, so what happens in this particular reaction is, okay, so in this particular reaction, remember, again, this also involves, it involves, okay, it involves again addition of water. It involves addition of water only. कहाँ पर add होगा water? Across an alkene. Okay, but the difference is that in accordance to anti Marconi curves rule. So very important. So the last method which we discussed here, water molecule was being added following Marconi curves rule. But here hydroboration oxidation may water molecule is added across the double bond, but in accordance to anti Marconi curves rule. Okay. Now see, we have an alkene. We have an alkene. So what are the reagents which are used in this hydroboration oxidation? We need to understand that. We need to remember that. Okay. So what are the reagents? The reagents used are BH3, or sometimes it can be written as B2H6. Okay. In presence of hydrogen peroxide. Okay. So what is being added? Your water molecule is being added in alkaline medium. So these are the set of reagents. So these are the set of reagents. So hydroboration oxidation reaction. Hydroboration is carried out in presence of BH3 and H2O2 का presence में तुम्हारा oxidation होगा. Okay. But we don't need to go into the complex mechanism. Just remember, during this process, water molecule will be added across the double bond in accordance to anti-Markovnikov's rule. So let us follow anti-Markovnikov's rule. So water molecule is being added. So water में what is the positive part? H is the positive part, and if it follows anti-Markovnikov's addition, the positive part of water, that is H positive, is going to add to the carbon containing lesser number of hydrogen. So water का H positive यहाँ पर add होगा, according to Markovnikov's rule. Yes, and water का जो OH negative part है, it will be added to the carbon containing greater number of hydrogen. Okay, so the final product will be CH3 single bond, CH2 double bond will get reduced to single bond CH2 as bus. So we can add water molecule across the double bond in accordance to Markovnikov's rule and in accordance to anti-Markovnikov's rule. If you want to follow Markovnikov's addition, if you want to follow Markovnikov's addition, then what will you do? Just simple acid catalyzed hydration. And if you want to follow anti-Markovnikov's addition, then which reaction? Hydroboration oxidation reaction. For example, if I carry out this reaction, if I give you this, just simply, if I give you this, which reaction is this? What happens? Yes, which reaction is this? Second one, the last one we discussed. This is your acid catalyzed hydration of alkenes. This is your acid catalyzed hydration of alkenes. So your water molecule will be added in accordance to Markovnikov's rule, which states that the positive part will add to the carbon containing more number of hydrogen, and the negative part will add to the carbon containing lesser number of hydrogen. Okay, so what do we get in this case? Yes, we get propan-2-ol. We get propan-2-ol. We get propan-2-ol. So remember, via alkenes, okay, via alkenes, we can add water molecule in accordance to anti-Marconi's rule by using these reagents, hydroboration, oxidation reaction. And we can also add a water molecule across a double bond following Marconi's rule. And the reaction is known as a acid catalyzed hydration. So we can add water molecule following Marconi's rule as well as a anti-Marconi's rule. We can add water molecule following the Marconi's rule as well as a anti-Marconi's rule. Okay, so you need to remember the reagents, right? So don't get confused. Either BH3 or B2H6. B2H6 is the dimer of BH3. Okay, you have studied this in your class 11. B2H6 dimer, hydrogen peroxide, and addition of water occurs in alkaline medium. H2O in presence of alkaline medium. So these are the methods of preparation of alcohols from alkenes. Okay, from alkenes we can add water molecule either following Marconi's rule or anti-Marconi's rule. That's it. So yes, the methods of preparation of alcohols starting from alkenes are over. So we will now move towards the last method of preparation of alcohols. Okay, now we'll move towards the last method of preparation of alcohols. Then we'll move towards the very important chemical properties. Okay, so the ultimate method of preparation of alcohols is by reduction of esters, is by reduction of esters. Okay, so yes, I had given you a list of reducing agents. Now we have an idea about the reducing agents. We have discussed extensively in the earlier class. So what are esters? Esters are compounds having this general formula. So these are esters. Okay, RCOR. These are esters. Right? Okay. So if you reduce this, esters are reduced by lithium aluminium hydride. Esters are reduced by lithium aluminium hydride or by hydrogen nickel. Okay, but do you think sodium borohydride will reduce ester? Will sodium borohydride reduce ester? So in the last class we specifically said that, okay, out of the various reducing agent, lithium aluminium hydride is a non-selective, means it will reduce almost all the functional groups excepting the double bond. But remember, sodium borohydride NaBH4 is a selective reducing agent. It reduces what? Sodium borohydride reduces ketone, it reduces aldehyde and acid chloride. But sodium borohydride will not reduce this ester part. Got it? Now, how are the esters reduced then? Okay, how are the esters reduced and what are the products we need to know? Okay, so when esters are reduced, remember this bond, this bond is cleaved. C single bond, O bond is cleaved. All right. So what happens? Reduction means, yes, obviously addition of hydrogen. So if hydrogen is added out here, this fragment, what do you get? What do you get? If hydrogen is added to this fragment, what do you get? If hydrogen is added, we are carrying out reduction means addition of hydrogen and the bond cleavage is taking place out here. So if hydrogen is added out here, what do we get? Yes, obviously we get R-OH, we get one alcohol. And if hydrogen is added out here, what do you get? Suppose if hydrogen is added out here. Okay, so hydrogen can be added out here, So this fragment will give you R-OH, whereas this fragment will give us RCH2OH. So we get a mixture of alcohols, right? So remember, esters upon reduction will give you a mixture of alcohols. So bond cleavage will occur at CO bond. So this fragment will give you R-OH. This will give you RCH2OH. We have to remember in this way. Okay. For example, say methyl acetate. So what is the name of this compound? Methyl acetate. So lithium aluminium hydride. So reduction of esters. So where will the bond cleavage occur? Out here. Bond cleavage will take place out here. So what do we get? We get CH3OH. We get CH3OH plus other fragment. We get an alcohol containing 2 carbon atom. CH3. Here 2 hydrogen can be added. Here 1 hydrogen can be added. CH3 CH2OH plus we get CH3 CH2 OH plus we get a mixture of alcohols. Okay. So what did I tell you? What is the name of this compound? It's methyl acetate. Okay. So how do we derive the name? This is a common name, not the IUPAC name. Now, what is the name of this acid? What is the name of this acid? What is the common name of this acid? Yes, someone please give me the name of this. What is the name of this acid? What is the common name of this acid? Not the IUPAC name. What is the common name? Acetic acid. Good. Now see, look, listen. It's acetic acid. So after the loss of proton, this ion is known as acetate. AT. Acetic acid का anion को acetate. Similarly, we have benzoic acid C6H5 COOH. This is known as a benzoic acid. So after the loss of proton, what is this fragment known as? What is this fragment known as? Benzoic acid का anion को क्या बोलते हैं हम लोग? Acetic acid का anion को acetate. Benzoic acid का anion को what do we say? What do we call it? We call it as benzoate. OAT. 88. Acetic acid का anion को acetate. Benzoic acid का anion को benzoate. Formic acid का anion को formate. So yes, we have CH3CO means we have acetate. So methyl is attached to the acetate group. It's known as a methyl acetate. It's known as a methyl acetate like this. It's known as a methyl acetate. So this is how we name, Say suppose we have COO. What is the name of this compound then? What is the name of this compound? We have C6H5COO. This is the anionic part of benzoic acid. This is the benzoate. To the benzoate part, what is attached? Methyl. So what would be the name of this compound? It's methyl benzoate. It's methyl benzoate. Okay, so if I treat this with again lithium aluminium hydride, if I treat this with lithium aluminium hydride, where will the bond cleavage occur? Yes, where will the bond cleavage occur? How does reduction occur? The bond cleavage will take place across the CO bond like this. It will take place across the CO bond. So we get 2 alcohols. This fragment, yes, hydrogen यहाँ पर add होगा. So we get CH3OH plus hydrogen will be added across the other carbon atom. So we get CH2OH out here. Plus we get CH2OH. So very easy. So just remember the bond cleavage will take place across the CO bond. Okay, so one particular question needs to be discussed out here. One particular question needs to be discussed. Okay. So I think it's understood reduction of esters. I think it's understood how does reduction occur, what are the products of reduction of esters and all this. Okay. Now see. Okay. So here I'll give lithium aluminium hydride. Here I am giving sodium borohydride like this. I am giving lithium aluminium hydride and sodium borohydride. Okay. Let us solve this. Okay. Now tell me, okay, how many groups are there which can, how many functional groups can you see in this particular compound? How many functional groups are there?
2.
How many functional groups are there? 2. Very good. Very good. What are the 2 functional groups? Yes, good. Excellent. What are the 2 functional? Yes, come on.
Ketone.
Ketone. Very
Ketone
good.
and
Ketone and esters. What happens when ketones are reduced? What happens when ketones are reduced?
2 degree alcohol.
Very good. Excellent. Excellent. Okay. ये सब चीज याद होने से you can solve any problem. Now, lithium aluminum hydride is a non-selective reducing agent. मतलब it will reduce the ketone part as well as the ester part. How are esters reduced? यहाँ पर CO bond cleave होगा यहाँ पर. So yes, this ketone part will get reduced to CHOH. It will get reduced to CHOH. And this fragment will give you what? CH2H. It will give us what? CH2OH plus CH3OH. The other part is CH3OH. Okay, so matlab lithium aluminum hydride, it's able to reduce both the functional group. But sodium borohydride, it reduces only which functional group? Sodium borohydride will reduce only which functional group?
Ketone.
It is able to reduce only the ketone. It has no effect on esters because it is a selective reducing agent. Fine. So ketones will get reduced to 2 degree alcohol like this. Okay, and the ester part will remain unaffected. The ester part will remain unaffected like this. The ester part will remain unaffected. Okay, so this type of questions might come. Okay, this type of questions might come. So please remember these facts. Reduction of 1 degree alcohol, reduction of aldehyde, CHO reduce, okay, CH2H, C double bond O reduce, okay, CHOH. What are the reducing agents? We have done in details. Okay, reduction of esters, how does it take place? Fine. So all these things needs to be remembered. So ये छोटा छोटा चीज याद रहेगा तो yes, you can solve any questions. Okay, you can solve any types of questions. After the chemical properties are over, I'll move towards the physical properties. Okay, so the topic which we are going to discuss is chemical properties. Chemical properties of alcohols. Okay, chemical properties of alcohols. Okay. So we can again, okay, classify the chemical properties. We can also classify the chemical properties of alcohols into various segments. So one of the most important chemical properties of alcohols is your oxidation of alcohols. Is your oxidation of alcohols. So listen very carefully. What am I saying? Okay, if this thing is understood, trust me, aldehydes and ketones, half of the thing is will be done in aldehydes and ketones as well. Oxidation of alcohols. Okay, so I remember I had given you one flow chart earlier. I had given you one flow chart. So again, I'm going to discuss that flow chart once more. Okay, so what was the flow chart? Now, if you remember, 1 degree alcohol, RCH2OH, these on oxidation gives us what? What is the first product formed on oxidation of 1 degree alcohol? Yes, 1 degree alcohol. 1 degree alcohol on oxidation. Aldehyde means CH2OH group oxidize okay. CHO group में oxidize होगा है. And CHO group reduce okay, CH2OH बनेगा. Oxidation is just the reverse of reduction. And aldehydes are further oxidized. Aldehydes are further oxidized to give us what? What is the final product of oxidation? Carboxylic acids. This is the final product of oxidation. Okay. So 1 degree alcohols, oxidation, aldehyde oxidation, here carboxylic acid. Now, the product of oxidation, where will the oxidation stop? Okay, will the oxidation stop at the aldehyde stage? Or will the oxidation proceed towards the acid stage? Now, this depends upon the nature of oxidizing agent using. Okay, this depends upon the nature of oxidizing agent use. Okay, so what do I mean by that? If we start with a mild oxidizing agent. If we start with a mild oxidizing agent, okay, if we use a mild oxidizing agent, if you use a mild oxidizing agent, then the oxidation is going to stop at the aldehyde stage. What happens if we use a mild oxidizing agent? The oxidation will stop at the aldehyde stage. Now you must be wondering, what are the mild oxidizing agent? So the examples of mild oxidizing agent are: number one, PCC. It's an abbreviation. So what is the name? Pyridinium chlorochromate. Pyridinium chlorochromate. Okay, so you don't need to remember the full name, just abbreviation. So if you require, I'll give you the structure as well. So the structure is like this: CrO3 negative, Cl negative, like this. Pyridinium chlorochromate. But all these things are not required, just structure is enough. PCC. The other one is here PDC. Pyridinium dichlorochromate. Pyridinium dichlorochromate, PDC. Okay. The other one is here CrO3.2Py. This is known as your Collins reagent. This is known as a Collins reagent. So these are the list of some of the mild oxidizing agent. Okay, so PCC, PDC, and Collins reagent. So if I oxidize your 1-degree alcohol with this mild oxidizing agent, then the oxidation stops at the aldehyde stage. So what is the product of oxidation? Aldehyde. However, if we use a strong oxidizing agent, okay, if we use a strong oxidizing agent, then the oxidation will proceed towards the final stage like this. So when do we get a carboxylic acid from 1-degree alcohol? When we use a strong oxidizing agent. When we use a strong oxidizing agent. Okay, so on using strong oxidizing agent, the final product is going to be carboxylic acid. So what are the examples of strong oxidizing agent? So you need to remember all this. So one is acidified potassium dichromate, H positive, or instead of H positive, H2SO4 might also be given. Okay, potassium, acidified potassium dichromate. So don't worry, there's an entire chapter on this potassium dichromate. Okay, so for the time being, remember, acidified potassium dichromate acts as a very strong oxidizing agent. And in presence of this strong oxidizing agent, 1-degree alcohol will get oxidized to carboxylic acid. So the other examples are alkaline KMnO4. The other examples are alkaline KMnO4. This acts as a strong oxidizing agent. So what are the products of oxidation? So 1-degree alcohols on oxidation with a mild oxidizing agent, the oxidation stops at the aldehyde stage. Whereas 1-degree alcohol, okay, on strong oxidizing agent, it stops at the carboxylic acid stage. So these are the products of oxidation. Eh? So yes, the product of oxidation depends upon the nature of the oxidizing agent used. It depends upon the nature of oxidizing agent. But you need to remember this much: strong, mild. What are the products? Okay. Now, if I summarize this thing again once more, let us simplify this thing. Okay. So we know 1-degree alcohol, aldehyde, it gets oxidized to aldehyde. When does it get oxidized to aldehyde? On using mild oxidizing agent. When do you get carboxylic acid? On using strong oxidizing agents. Okay. Now, so we have CH2H. Now you guys tell me, huh? I have CH2H. So if I use PCC, then what will I get? CH2H group will get oxidized to which group? 1-degree alcohol means CH2H group. Mild oxidizing agent, it gets oxidized to, us, you need to remember this much, bus, CHO group. 1-degree alcohol, mild oxidizing agent, it gets oxidized to aldehyde. However, when 1 degree alcohol, CH2H, are treated with a strong oxidizing agent such as acidified potassium dichromate like this, what do you get? 1 degree alcohol will get oxidized to COOH group. But you need to remember this much. But 2 lines. CH2H to CHO mild, CH2H to COH strong. Okay, so I'll give you some examples now. I'll give you some examples. Say I have CH3, CH2, OH. I have ethyl alcohol. Okay, I have ethyl alcohol. So what are the products? PCC. Chalo, what are the products? Chalo, give me the products now. So how will you convert 1 degree alcohol to an aldehyde? What is the reagent? 1 degree alcohol to an aldehyde, mild oxidizing agent, PCC. If I treat this with PCC, yes, what will happen? CH2OH group oxidize hogi, kya banega? Tell me, chalo now, tell me. What will be the product? If I use mild oxidizing agent, this CH2OH group will get oxidized to what? Which group?
Aldehyde.
Aldehyde, CHO. What is the name of this aldehyde?
Ethanol.
Ethanol, not ethanol, ethanol, AL. Now the common name is acetaldehyde. Acetaldehyde. Now it's high time we remember the common name. IUPAC में तो कोई issues नहीं है, कर पाओगे. Now strong oxidizing agent, what will happen? 1 degree alcohol, strong oxidizing agent के presence में CH2H group oxidize हो गया, क्या बनेगा? Yes, COOH group, acetic acid, बस वही CH2H group oxidize होके COH group, strong oxidizing agent, CH2OH group oxidize okay, CHO group in presence of mild oxidizing agent. But if you remember these facts, whatever may be the structure of the compound given, maybe ethyl alcohol, propanol, benzyl alcohol, कोई भी 1 degree alcohol दे, ये पता है तो yes, CH2H group mild के presence में CHO group में convert हो जाएगा, strong oxidizing agent के presence में CH2H convert होके COH में oxidize हो जाएगा. बस. This is how we remember the reagents in organic chemistry. Okay, so we don't memorize the individual reaction, which is not possible as well. Possible bhi nahi hai. So till here it's understood. So chalo, tell me if it's understood or not. I'll move towards the next topic now. ये समझ में आया कैसे पढ़ोगे? Okay, fine, very good. बस 2 ही लाइन तो है ना, 2 ही लाइन तो पढ़ना है, 2 ही लाइन तो पढ़ना है बस. PDC भी याद कर लेना, हाँ माइल्ड में, स्ट्रॉन्ग में अल्कलाइन KMNO4 याद कर लेना. So this is the oxidation of 1 degree alcohols. Now similarly 2 degree alcohols, CH. What is the product of oxidation of 2 degree alcohol? Yes, you should be knowing this. क्या होगा? Ketones. Excellent. Yes, we get ketones. So we get ketones like this. Okay, ketones on reduction gives you 2 degree alcohol, and 2 degree alcohol on oxidation gives us ketones. So what is the reagent used out here? We get CrO3 in normally pyridine. We use this, right? Or sometimes we can also use here PCC as well. So you use chromium trioxide. CrO3 is normally used as an oxidizing agent, and pyridine means pyridine is used as a solvent. Eh? Pyridine is used as a solvent, or we can use this PCC. So you must be wondering, what about ketones? So remember, ketones, they are oxidized only under drastic condition. Eh? They are oxidized only under drastic conditions. They are oxidized only under drastic conditions. Okay, so 1 degree alcohols are oxidized, 2 degree alcohols. What about your tertiary alcohols then? Okay, so remember, tertiary alcohols do not undergo oxidation. Eh? Tertiary alcohols are not oxidized. Tertiary alcohols are not oxidized. However, they are reluctant to oxidation. However, when they are treated with strong oxidizing agents such as alkaline KMnO4, what will happen? They undergo dehydration reaction. Dehydration means loss of water. कैसे होगा water loss? ये अल्फा कार्बन से OH होगा, कोई भी बीटा कार्बन से H होगा, दोनों के बीच में तुम्हारा डबल बॉन्ड आएगा. Water means H from beta carbon, OH from alpha carbon, दोनों के बीच में डबल बॉन्ड आएगा. Okay, so we can write down the like this. अल्फा और बीटा के बीच में डबल बॉन्ड आएगा. ठीक है. So remember, there are not much reactions of tertiary alcohols. Okay, उतना डिस्कस नहीं किया है हम लोग का बोर्ड्स लेवल में. बस you need to remember that of primary and secondary alcohol. Now, why I am insisting so much on this primary and secondary alcohol oxidation? Why? Let us see the reason why. Okay, so now this we cannot forget this thing. Eh? Okay, so this we has to be remembered anyhow. This part has to be remembered anyhow. Okay. Now I'll give you a problem. You now do it on your own because we have discussed almost all the topics now. Okay, I'll give you a problem. You try to discuss on your own. So predict the products. Predict the products. Say I start with a 1 degree alcohol, ethyl alcohol. Okay, so let us see who can solve this. Say again, I use PCC or PDC, whatever. I'll get A. Okay. Now, when this A is treated with, say, CH3MgBr followed by acidic hydrolysis, I get B. Okay, I get B. So when this B is treated with again CrO3.py, I get C. When the C is again treated with CH3MgBr followed by acidic hydrolysis, I get D. Okay, I get D. So what is the question? Identify the product A, B, C, and D. Chalo, identify the product A, B, C, and D. Chalo, do it on your own first. I'll give you time. I'll give you 3 minutes. Now you compare your answer now. Huh? You compare your answer. Okay, let us compare our answers. Okay, you compare your answer now. See. Now you guys are going to scratch your head because you know the answers already. तुम लोग को पता है, सब कुछ पता है यहाँ. So ये आज ही किया हम लोग ने 1 degree alcohol, mild oxidizing agent. What will happen? CH2OH group gets oxidized to what? CHO group. Yes, this is A. So A is your ethanol or acetaldehyde. Acetaldehyde. This is your A. So last day, remember, if you have studied at home, what happens when any other aldehyde excepting formaldehyde, other than formaldehyde, any aldehyde is treated with Grignard reagent, what do you get? Any aldehyde excepting 2 degree alcohol. Excellent. What is the functional group in 2 degree alcohol? How am I going to write? CHOH. I'm going to write in this way. Yes. I taught you in this way. As soon as I see an aldehyde reacting with the Grignard reagent, I get a 2 degree alcohol. Now, where does the 2 alkyl group come from? What had I said in the earlier class? One of the alkyl group comes from your Grignard reagent and the other alkyl group comes from your aldehyde. Okay, both the alkyl groups are CH3. So I'll put 2 alkyl groups out here. CH3 followed by acidic hydrolysis, we get this. So what is this? This is a 2 degree alcohol. These are 2 degree alcohol. So yes, this is the method for the conversion of 1 degree alcohol to a 2 degree alcohol. 1 degree alcohol can be converted to a 2 degree alcohol. How? First, you oxidize 1 degree alcohol to an aldehyde. An aldehyde, you treat with this with an appropriate Grignard reagent, you get 2 degree alcohol. Fine. Now this transformation abhi kiya hum log ne. What happens when 2 degree alcohol are oxidized? Yes,
Get a ketone.
ketone. Ketone means CHOH group oxidize होके तुम्हारा CHOH group oxidize होके C double bond O group like this. So this is ABC. So what is the name of this ketone? It's propanone. Propanone, and the common name, yes, we all know the common name, acetone. The common name will be a acetone. The common name will be acetone. So last class, remember what happens when a ketone is treated with a Greek nitrogen followed by acidic hydrolysis? What happens?
Three
Which
degree
alcohol?
alcohol.
3 degree alcohol. Functional group. Functional group. How am I going to represent? COH. Bas come. It's understood now. COH. Right? Now there must be 3 alkyl groups. 2 alkyl group must come from ketone like this. 2 alkyl group must come from ketone. 1 alkyl group must come from a Greek nitrogen. In all the cases, we have CH3. So yes, CH3, CH3, CH3. So which alcohol is this? Tertiary butyl alcohol, or what degree alcohol is this? This is a 3 degree alcohol. So yes, we can convert a 1 degree alcohol to a 2 degree alcohol, and 2 degree alcohol to a 3 degree alcohol. Or we can convert 1 degree alcohol to a 3 degree alcohol via 2 degree alcohol. So remember, interconversion of alcohols. What are we studying? We are studying interconversion of alcohols. 1 degree to a 2 degree, 2 degree to a 3 degree. So later on we'll study the reverse, 2 degree to 1 degree भी कर सकते हैं हम लोग, बाद में पढ़ेंगे. ठीक है? So is this understood now? Now if this is understood, now ये तो पक्का तुम लोग ही करो. चलो. Now you compare your answer, huh? So 1 degree alcohol CH2H group PCC. What will happen to the CH2H group? What happens to the CH2H group? It will get oxidized to CHO group on treatment with mild oxidizing agent. Yes? So compare your answer. Compare your answer. So this compound is an aldehyde. This is known as a benzaldehyde. Now, any aldehyde treated with a Greek nitrogen, yes, again we get a 2 degree alcohol. 2 degree alcohol, we लिख लूँगा CHOH. Now there are 2 R groups. One R group comes from a Greek nitrogen CH3. The other R group comes from a aldehyde phenyl group. So I'll get this compound. So this compound, these are the 2 R groups, yes, 2 degree alcohol. Okay, so these on oxidation 2 degree alcohol, yes, CHOH group oxidize, okay, क्या बनेगा? C double bond O group. So we get a ketone like this. And remember, the name of this ketone is very important. Eh? So this is also known as a methyl phenyl ketone. We have a methyl group and we have a phenyl group. It's also known as a methyl phenyl ketone, or it is also known as a acetophenone. It is also known as a acetophenone, methyl phenyl ketone or acetophenone. It's a ketone. So ketone, Greek nitrogen, again what do we get? We get a tertiary alcohol, we get a 3 degree alcohol like this. We get a tertiary alcohol. What are the 2 R groups coming from ketone? We have a phenyl group like this. We have a phenyl group, 1 R group from ketone. The other R group from ketone is CH3. And what is the R group from Greek nitrogen? CH3. So this is the final product. This is the final product. Okay, again the same sequence has been discussed out here. So yes, oxidation of ketone, it plays a very okay. So yes, dehydrogenation of alcohols, very important topic. Okay, so just 2 things needs to be remembered: conditions, copper, temperature, right? And how is hydrogen being lost? 1 hydrogen from OH and 1 alpha hydrogen. Bas. So 1 degree alcohol, aldehyde, 2 degree alcohol, ketone, 3 degree alcohol does not undergo, okay, because of absence. So it will form an alkene. It will form an alkene like this. So third, very important, we will discuss here dehydration. of alcohols, dehydration of alcohols. So it is also known as acid catalyzed dehydration of alcohols. Okay, dehydration, as we all know, loss of water. And loss of water occurs in presence of an acid as a catalyst. Okay, this reaction occurs in the presence of a acid which acts as a catalyst. Suppose we have an alcohol like this. Suppose we have an alcohol. So we have an OH group, we have an H group. So when alcohols are heated normally with conc H2SO4, in the presence of conc H2SO4, it is heated, right? When it is heated, when these are heated. So what is the mechanism? How do you think the reaction will occur? Yes, someone please tell me. How do you think the reaction will occur? What do you think will happen now? Alpha carbon से क्या loss होगा? Beta carbon से क्या होगा? Yes. Tell me, you should have an idea by now. So yes, as I told you, as I have been telling you, the carbon atom containing the OH group is known as the alpha carbon. The next carbon is known as a beta carbon. So just as in the case of alkyl halides, from the alpha carbon, OH will be lost. From the beta carbon, H will be lost. Okay, H will be lost. Fine. And in between alpha and beta carbon, what will come? A double bond will come like this. Plus a water will be lost. So yeah, elimination of water is taking place. The elimination of water is taking place. So obviously this will be governed by a rule known as, yeah, this will be governed by a rule. Which rule? This will be governed by a rule known as Sage's rule. Right? This will be governed by a rule known as Sage's rule. Okay. And the order of reactivity, remember, the order of reactivity of alcohols, right? Okay, towards dehydration. The order of reactivity. Again, this is going to be important. So remember, order of reactivity among alcohols will be your tertiary alcohols. They readily undergo dehydration, followed by 2-degree alcohols, followed by 1-degree alcohol. So this is the order of reactivity of alcohols towards their dehydration. So which alcohol is most reactive towards dehydration? Tertiary, followed by secondary, followed by primary. So let us see. Let us see. Okay. Now, so I'll just take an example of a primary alcohol, CH3CH2H. So I'll just write down CH3 in this way. CH3 CH2OH. Okay. So what are the conditions? Yes, we must use an acid as a catalyst. So out here 95% sulfuric acid is used. 95% sulfuric acid is used, and this is heated now. This is heated. So these are the conditions. You have to remember the condition. Right? You have to remember the condition. Okay. So please go through your NCERT or your reference book. Okay, to remember the condition. So what happens? Yes, again, from the alpha carbon OH, from the beta carbon H, in between alpha and beta, what will come? A double bond will come. So we get CH2 double bond CH2 plus water, plus water. This is a 1-degree alcohol. Now 2-degree alcohol. So what happens when 2-degree alcohol? Okay, 2-degree alcohol are supposed to be more reactive. So let us see. Let us see now. So CH3 CHOH CH3. Now the condition gets much easier, right? Now instead of sulfuric acid, we can use 85% or 60% sulfuric acid. We can use 60% sulfuric acid at 373 Kelvin. So this is the condition. So therefore here we are using concentrated sulfuric acid. Now we are using just 60% sulfuric acid. Okay, so what will happen again? How does the reaction occur? From the alpha carbon, OH will be lost. From one beta carbon, H will be lost. ये दोनों के बीच में आएगा तुम्हारा double bond. So what do we get out here? CH3, CH, double bond CH2. So this is much more reactive. Why? Because the reaction is taking place under milder conditions out here. Okay, now last one. Say tertiary alcohol. Eh? Suppose I take this tertiary alcohol, tertiary butyl alcohol, 3-degree alcohol. I take this tertiary butyl alcohol. Okay. Now, here the reaction occurs on reacting just with 20% sulfuric acid. Eh? On reacting with just 20% sulfuric acid, temperature is more or less the same, 10 Kelvin less, 363 Kelvin. But look at the concentration, it has reduced drastically. 1-degree alcohol may 95%, 2-degree alcohol may it is reduced to 60%, 3-degree alcohol may it is reduced to just 20%. So again, what will happen? From the alpha carbon, OH will be lost. From the beta carbon, H will be lost. From the alpha OH, from the beta H, what will come in between there? A double bond will come. So what is formed out here is CH3, C, CH3, double bond, CH2. What? Okay, so what do you need to do? The mechanism is same. वही होगा. Alpha से OH, beta से H, से Jeff rule follow होगा. Elimination में just conditions याद कर लेना वैसा हो जाएगा. Okay, you have to remember the conditions. Okay. So now alcohols can be converted to alkenes. Eh? Alcohols can be converted to alkenes. So remember, alcohols can be converted to alkenes. Eh? So as soon as you convert into alkenes, what can you do to alkene? You can add HBr, you can add halogen acid, you can add water. How can you add water? Following Marconi-Krebs rule or anti-Marconi-Krebs rule. Okay, so yes, this will be used in our transformations now. Okay, and so this is really important. Eh? So your MCQ level question में ये सब आ सकता है, reactivity. Okay, now let us see how this reaction occurs. So 2 marks questions from this particular topic. Okay, give the mechanism for acid catalyzed dehydration of say ethyl alcohol. Give the mechanism for the acid catalyzed dehydration of say ethyl alcohol. So normally ethyl alcohol का ही आता है तुम लोगों का. Okay. So give the mechanism of acid catalyzed dehydration. Give the mechanism of acid catalyzed dehydration of say ethanol. Give the mechanism of acid catalyzed dehydration of ethanol. So now again just concentrate for 5 minutes, not 5 minutes, 2-3 minutes. Okay. अब देखो, how does the reaction occur? Now again we said here sulfuric acid acts as a catalyst. So it ionizes first to give H positive and HSO4 negative ion. Now let us see. Okay, so what happens in step 1? So I'm going to write down protonation of alcohols. First, I'm going to write down protonation of alcohol. Protonation of alcohol. So how does protonation of alcohol occur? Now see, CH3, CH2. So listen very carefully. I have OH out here. This proton. Okay, so how many lone pairs are there on oxygen? Oxygen contains how many lone pair of electron? 2. Good, 2. It is supposed to have 6 electrons. So two electrons are used in bonding. So protonation of alcohol means this proton is going to form a bond through this lone pair with this oxygen. Eh? Protonation means a proton is going to be attached to this oxygen via this lone pair. Okay. So we get CH3, CH2, O, we have a now positive charge out here, H. So protonation of alcohols is taking place. Now remember guys, oxygen to electronegative है. Oxygen does not like positive charge since it is electronegative. So it is always on the lookout for relieving this positive charge. So what happens in the second step is, step 2 में क्या होगा? Loss of water to form a carbocation. So now see, loss of water to form a carbocation. So what did I say just now? Oxygen does not like positive charge on it. Why? Because it itself is electronegative. So how will it get rid of the positive charge? Now in order to get rid of this positive charge, this oxygen will pull these two electrons towards itself. So it will get lost as water. ये bond break हो रहा है. Okay, so what do we get out here? CH3, CH2, positive. Now just recall the order of reactivity of alcohols. Which alcohol was most reactive? It was dehydration.
3 degree.
Why do you think so now? Why do you think 3-degree alcohols was most reactive? Because the
3
reaction
degree
proceeds.
carbocation.
Yes, very good, excellent. Because the reaction proceeds to the formation of a carbocation, just like alkyl halide. देखो ना, SN1 reaction. So 3-degree carbocation will be formed from 3-degree alcohol. 1-degree alcohol to 1-degree carbocation there. So it will be least reactive. It is least stable. But if I have a 3-degree alcohol out here, it will give you a 3-degree carbocation, which is very stable. So that is why the order of reactivity. Good, good, excellent. Fine. Now you must be wondering now, so again we have used sulfuric acid as a catalyst. Sulfuric acid to फिर से use हो रहा है. A catalyst is consumed again. H positive to consume हो रहा है reaction में. It should not happen. Okay. So what happens in the step 3? So step 3 में क्या होगा? Loss of proton to form an alkene, So what happens to this carbocation now? So we have CH3. I'll draw CH3 in this way. CH2 positive. Now this HSO4 negative ion will pull off a proton. It will pull off a proton like this. It will pull off this proton. Where will these two electrons go then? Where will these two electrons go? These two electrons will form a double bond. These two electrons will form it. So what is being formed again? H2SO4. Catalyst regenerate हो रहा है. So ये यहाँ पर क्या हो रहा है? CH2 double bond CH2. Yes, this is the final product. Yes. Okay, ethyl alcohol on acid catalyzed dehydration will give you your ethene. So this is how the reaction occurs. Right? This is how the reaction takes place. Okay, this is how the reaction occurs. So this is going to be a very, 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 very important topic. This is going to be a very important topic. So practice this, right? So remember, in the dehydration of alcohols, a carbocation is formed. Since a carbocation is formed, the alcohol which gives a stable carbocation will readily undergo dehydration. So tertiary alcohol will give you a stable tertiary carbocation. That is why tertiary alcohols will be most reactive towards your dehydration reaction. So any step, if it is not understood, please let me know. Any step, if it is not understood, let me know. Okay, so this is very important. So you have learned, yes.
So,
yes.
So in the last step, H will come out as H plus.
So क्या था 60% sulfuric acid, 2 degree alcohol. Okay, then what was given here? 373 Kelvin. So if you don't remember the temperature, just heat का symbol दे देना, लेकिन गलत मत लिखना, ठीक है एग्जाम में. Can you just complete this conversion? So this propanol, it's a 2 degree alcohol.
A is propene.
A is propene, अभी जो किया था, A is propane. From the alpha carbon, OH will be lost. From either of the beta carbon, H will be lost. In between these two, a double bond will come. CH3, CH, double bond CH2. So what is this reaction we studied today? Which reaction was this? Remember the reagent, this is known as a hydroboration oxidation reaction. And via this reaction, actually what happens? What will happen? It involves addition of water in accordance to anti-Marconi's rule. Anti-Marconi's rule means H positive will add to the carbon containing lesser number of hydrogen. OH negative from water will add to the carbon containing more number of hydrogen. Okay, so we now know this combination, it adds water molecule in accordance to anti-Marconi's rule. So what do we get out here? We get CH3, we get CH2, single bond CH2, OH. So what are we getting, guys? क्या मिल रहा है यहाँ पर?
1 degree alcohol.
Propan to all 1 degree alcohol. Yes, we can convert 1 degree to 2 degree and 2 degree to 1 degree alcohol. What is the step? Whether what 2 degree alcohol? What are you doing actually? We are shifting the position of OH. We are shifting the position of OH. So first I need to convert this into an alkene. Then addition. Okay. So now let us try this. Let us try this now. Last one. This tertiary butyl alcohol. So this tertiary butyl alcohol. What is the condition? If you remember 20% sulfuric acid, just 10 Kelvin come here, 363 Kelvin. Okay. So this is A. Fine. So this is again hydroboration. Okay. Sure, predict the product now.
So A would be 2-methyl propene.
A will be 2-methyl propene. Yes, again alpha carbon COH, beta carbon CH. In between alpha and beta, we get a double bond. Very good.
And B would be tert butanol.
Tertiary again, H positive, I think it will be added to the carbon containing anti-Marconi cups. So H positive यहाँ पर add होगा, OH negative यहाँ पर add होगा. Yes. Anti-Marconi cups addition.
Isobutanol.
CH3, CH, OH, CH2. Sorry. यहाँ पर तो CH3 है, CH2OH. So we get isobutyl alcohol. So what are we doing? We can also convert a 3 degree alcohol. कौन सा alcohol बन रहा है यहाँ पर? Which alcohol is the final one? मतलब degree कौन सा है?
3 degree.
No. Why are you saying 3 degree? CH2H दिखाई दे रहा है. 1 degree alcohol. We can convert a 3 degree alcohol to a 1 degree alcohol as well. Got it? So vice versa, right? So primary to secondary, पहले oxidize करोगे Grignard reagent, okay? But secondary to 1 degree, पहले alkene में convert, then anti-Markovnikov's addition. Tertiary to primary, पहले tertiary को again dehydration, alkene, फिर alkene को anti-Markovnikov's addition, we get the product. So so I think these things are understood now. So देखो एक दो क्वेश्चन है एनसीईआरटी का, ये घर में करने से okay, sure. So I'll just post the questions. I'll solve that in another class. Okay. So ये अच्छी तरह पढ़ लेना. So now you come to know it's a very important topic.